Good morning and welcome to Live in a Greenhouse on YouTube. If you're new here, this channel is about my journey to design, build, and then live in the first greenhouse enclosed tiny home in the United States. I'd like to begin by welcoming all the new subscribers since the last video and thank the folks who have been following for a while. Here, I try to let you in on the flow of the story and to point out where this type of project is different than building a standard home. But I don't go into the how-to of designing or building the house. If you'd like more detailed information about designing a greenhouse enclosed home, please check out my blog. Link is in the description down below. Or if you'd like to follow along in real time, I post on Live in a Greenhouse on Facebook and Instagram pretty much anytime there's something happening on site. Last time, Mike and Nate started the interior trim, including the baseboard, door trim, installing the antique ironing board, and the barn door hardware. Now, the 3 pocket doors must be installed before Mike can finish the door trim and floor trim. The pocket doors arrived about a week ago, but have been at Matt's shop where his wife Kara has painted them the finished color. The entire house's interior color scheme has been set for more than a year. It's based on the granite that will be the kitchen backsplash I found at a local stone yard more than a year ago. But small changes and compensations over the year due to the availability of this or the cost of that have resulted in a horrible mess and an expensive delay. So stay tuned as I realize this death by 1,000 cuts and how we decide to fix it. The pocket doors have arrived, which means Mike can hang them and then finish the door and base trim. This door is between the kitchen and powder room. It's difficult to get a quality finish painting pocket doors after they're hung, so these 3 doors were painted off-site, and this is the first I'm seeing the color larger than a swatch. I like it so far. Dave follows behind Mike to putty seams and nail holes. The second door is between the powder room and laundry shower area. Mike is meticulous and does beautiful work. The third door is between the bedroom and laundry shower area. Kara tapes the windows before starting primer on the trim. Matt caulks between the wall and trim. And Nate continues taping while Kara prepares the tinted primer. Vlad keeps working away on the wall tile. Here, the trim is the primer color and the door is the finish color. The barn door is attached to a stand so that all sides could be painted at the same time. I'm starting to not like it, but I remind myself that it's still the primer and to wait for the finished color. Meanwhile, I've brought home some perennials, and I'm closely monitoring recovery of the citrus trees received a couple days ago. The first coat of finish paint is going on. The paint base wasn't available in satin, so we're using glossy. Can't tell if it's still wet or if this is the level of sheen, but I'm starting to like it even less than the primer. And try not to scare you, but I don't know how to. I've had water hyacinth before, but they've never bloomed. Imagine my surprise to find these lovely flowers. Kara makes a lot of progress in a day, so I should have stopped this yesterday. Although I love the dark green as a standalone color, I really don't like it with a glossy finish and in combination with the wall and cabinet color. It has to go. While Vlad finishes the wall tile, Kara takes a day off painting while I decide what color to repaint the doors and trim. The answer is white, in satin finish this time. My property's previous owners had run temporary power, water, and a septic connection to a trailer pad, so I've been able to live in this 24-foot trailer the last few years. We're running new water and power as part of this project. Matt is placing the new pole to attach the water and power to. While the electricians lay the conduit, heating it to make tighter bends. Meanwhile, the electricians continue attaching boxes and running conduit to the greenhouse outlets. And under cabinet outlet strips, then back to pull wire and finish the wall lights and power at the RV pad. The next big task is pouring concrete for the wheelchair ramp, the courtyard, and the sitting area inside the greenhouse. So imagine my surprise when I went to see what the noise was about and find Matt and Mike disassembling the greenhouse door frame. The door had to be raised for the new concrete level. After Matt adjusted the frame pieces, Mike reassembled everything. Matt and I worked out the width and slope of the walkway to the front door and how to transition to the pad for the seating area. The courtyard between the wall and the greenhouse will also be paved. Matt marks the corner where the ramp from the courtyard and the path from the stairs will meet. This is the location of a corner for a future carport. Then he walked me through the location and arc of the ramp, also where and how the width will change from 4 feet above the wall to 7 feet at the courtyard. It's going to be much larger than I'd envisioned. Then he walks Mike through the plan, since Mike will help build the concrete forms. The ground currently falls away from the turn, but a wheelchair ramp should bank toward the inside of the turn. Matt might work out the angle of the bank and where to flatten the ramp at the courtyard. Then, of course, there's estimating how many yards of concrete for both how many trucks and how many people and hours it'll take. It'll take a lot of planning and grading to get the turn radius and ramp slope right. It'll also take a lot of dirt, which isn't available on my property, so Matt had to bring in a couple loads. It's nice to have that pit at the top of the stairs filled in. Before starting on the ramp, Matt finished backfilling the trench to the RV pad and sculpting the area between the trailer and the new ramp. And there you have it, a paint choice disaster averted, but lost a week in the process. The consolation is this corner of the greenhouse is cleared and ready for concrete forms. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and come back next time when we complete a project that exceeds my wildest expectations.